Well, up now we have Forum Daily's crypto and digital asset update. We're going to be joined by Catherine Murray, host of The Buck Stops Here. She'll highlight the ups, the downs, and the developments in the fast-moving space this week. All yours, Catherine.
Thanks, Nathaniel. Hello, everyone, and welcome to your weekly crypto and digital asset update. I am Catherine Murray. We are seeing cryptocurrencies hold steady this week. It looks as though Bitcoin will be flat, maybe up week over week. We are actually seeing a nice move higher to start Friday trading day. Of course, these markets are open 24/7. But it looks as though Bitcoin is up by about 1% to 2%, alongside the strength and resiliency that we've seen in the equity markets as of late. Bitcoin, of course, still the dominant crypto player with about 51% of the total market capitalization of cryptocurrencies, which stands at just over $1 trillion. So again, we have recouped some of those losses that we saw in 2022. And Bitcoin having about a $26,000 handle on it. So a little bit weaker than we've seen over the past couple of weeks, but still a huge rebound to start 2023 on a year-to-date basis. Away from that, two large behemoths in the private equity world, Apollo Global Management as well as Fortress Investment Group. They are a couple of the firms backing bidders of a bankrupt crypto lender, which is Celsius. This is according to the Wall Street Journal. The goal is to relaunch the platform, have new management, have a publicly traded company, and of course it would be owned by the creditors of the bankrupt company, Celsius. It's interesting to point this out in the sense that some of these companies that did have obviously a very difficult 2022 in terms of going bankrupt in the cold era of crypto. Obviously, there's some value, and that's why it's so interesting to see some of these big behemoths and players come in and try to buy whatever was left in terms of the platform and the ideas behind it. Speaking of bankruptcies, FTX bankruptcy lawyers are working on a clawback to the tune of $240 million. This is on the back of a purchase of a company called Embed, where the lawyers are saying that no due diligence was done and that the company FTX and Sam Bankman-Fried, of course, used misappropriated customer funds to make this purchase of Embed. Away from that, again, on the bankruptcy front, bankrupt crypto lender Voyager, they're going to be returning $1.3 billion worth of crypto to their customers. This is apparently an estimated yield of 35% recovery of assets. So only 35% of the total recovery needed. Away from that, crypto hardware wallet manufacturer Ledger has released an account recovery feature that allows users to back up their private keys. So again, always trying to find ways in which users can protect their keys and relocate their keys as well. So more development on that front. It wasn't met with the biggest fanfare, but nonetheless, this is the development on the technology side that continues to evolve. Speaking of evolution, there continues to be a big debate, no change here, surrounding how to regulate cryptocurrencies and crypto assets, and which digital assets are termed and deemed as securities under U.S. federal securities law. And therefore, who should regulate them, the SEC or the CFTC? There's still a lot of debate about this, but it's leading the U.S. Chamber of Commerce to criticize the SEC in terms of their approach to regulation and how it is harmful to the overall economy. Aside from that, and the regulation front, we're taking a look at the Canadian company called Quadriga CX. Again, it's a Canadian crypto platform. They went bankrupt in 2019. They're going to be paying about $39.5 million to creditors versus $305 million in claims. So again, 39 versus 305 million in claims. So quite a bit of loss is the point here. Away from that, for the first time, we've actually heard a statement from Pakistan's Minister of State for Finance and Revenue. They've made a clear statement as it relates to their view on cryptocurrencies, stating that it will never be legalized in the country. And lastly, Elon Musk said Twitter has the potential to create a more efficient financial system functioning in real time. That is leading a lot of investors within the cryptocurrency world to wonder, what does he mean by that? And speculate that perhaps it's favorable towards cryptocurrencies. Nathaniel, I'll leave it there. Back to you.
Well, thanks, Catherine. Again, that was Catherine Murray, host of The Buck Stops Here. It airs on Sundays at 9 a.m. Eastern, only on the News Forum network. We need to go to break right now, but you'll want to stay locked into Forum Daily. Big news from around the world is up next, including a look at 3 major international summit meetings. So don't go anywhere. Forum Daily will be right back shortly. Stay with us.